Top 5 reasons why not to buy the KTM 1290 Super Adventure S in 2026, real opinions, and 3 better alternatives. Today, it is the Super Adventure S, the big travel machine with radar and semi-active suspension that looks unstoppable on screen. The trap is not the purchase price. It is the first electrical failure far from home. In a rider thread on Reddit, an owner described an immobilizer failure, no crank and no start, months in a shop, and a bill around $1,600. That is the part no showroom video tells you. Although the voice you hear is not real, we will be totally objective. No brand paid us to talk good or bad or to push you into buying. Subscribe and comment what failures you have had, because rider stories save rider money. First, the 2026 reality check. On the official KTM United States model lineup, the 1290 Super Adventure S is shown as a 2024 model in the range they still list, while the newer push in 2026 is the 1390 family. Plain talk, if you buy a 1290 Super Adventure S in 2026, you're almost certainly buying leftover stock or used. That changes everything, because history matters more than hype. Verified specs, so we do not mislead. On the official KTM technical specification for the Super Adventure S, it lists a 75-degree V-twin with 1,301 cubic centimeters, a claimed 138 Newton-meters of torque, a 6-speed gearbox, and ride-by-wire throttle. It also lists a 23-liter tank, an adjustable seat height between 849 and 869 millimeters, ground clearance of 223 millimeters, 19-inch front and 17-inch rear wheels, and a weight without fuel of 227 kilograms. For the 2024 model, dealer-level descriptions highlight radar-based adaptive cruise control and semi-active suspension. First reason, in 2026, you're not buying a new generation. You are buying an end-of-cycle machine. That means any recalls, updates, and weak points are your responsibility to verify. With big touring bikes, that is not being picky, that is being smart. A careful owner with battery care and software updates gives you one bike. A bike that sat for months on a weak battery can feel like a different bike. Second reason, electronics, battery sensitivity, and keyless personality. A long-term test for motorcyclists talked about electronic warnings and a bad battery that triggered faults. In owner forums for the 1290 Super Adventure S, you also see keyless starting complaints when voltage drops. Quick joke, sometimes the bike treats the key like a rumor, and you end up doing a little dance around it hoping it wakes up. Third reason, semi-active suspension and radar are amazing when they work, but they add complexity. The 2024 model descriptions market electronically controlled semi-active damping and adjustments through the display. That is great until a sensor, actuator, or calibration goes wrong, because it is no longer a simple shock, it is a system. And when a system gets sick, diagnosis is rarely cheap. If your priority is long travel with minimal dealer dependence, this matters. Fourth reason, fuel system complaints are real. On a United Kingdom owner forum, riders describe a fuel pump failure message followed by the engine stopping. On Reddit, owners describe pump failures, fuel gauge issues, and intermittent electrical behavior that shops struggle to reproduce. On a travel bike, that is not only a part, it is towing a hotel night and a lost day. And the worst detail is how many symptoms feel similar before you find a real cause. Fifth reason, recall history cannot be ignored on used bikes. KTM published a recall for certain 2015 and 2016 1290 Super Adventure units involving inspection and sealing of a fuel tank insert due to leak risk. In the United States, there was also a recall involving wiring harness routing and a brake line overheating scenario tied to the anti-lock brake system hardware in certain adventure models. If you buy used, this is not optional. You check the vehicle identification number and demand proof, because a recall detail on a big touring bike can be the difference between traveling and being stuck. 3 better alternatives in the same big travel adventure class, with similar price bands in this segment. The BMW AR 1300 GS, which in official data highlights a strong 1,300 cubic centimeter boxer and a global support ecosystem built for this. The Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally, which in official information lists oil service every 15,000 kilometers or 24 months and valve clearance checks at 60,000 kilometers, meaning more riding and less workshop time. And the Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro, which in official specifications lists an 1160 cubic centimeter triple and strong torque, with a smoother character many riders like for long highway days. Conclusion: the KTM 1290 Super Adventure S can be a powerful machine, but these 5 points show up in official documents, recalls, and real owner stories. If you still want it, buy with history, verify campaigns by identification number, test keyless behavior, check charging health, and do not underestimate how expensive one electrical failure can be far from home.